Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 specific ways in which you can improve your communication skills. The reason why you communicate in the first place is first to help others understand your point and then remember your point. Remember whatever you want to say or remember whatever you want to write. Correct? Without understanding the objective of why you are speaking or why you are writing something, it's very hard for you to improve your communication as such. So first understand what is the objective with which you are trying to communicate. Whether it could be, hey, I want you to go and review this particular document. I want you to go and watch this movie or not. I want you to do A, B, C, D, E, or I want you to just understand X, Y, Z. So understand what's the entire objective of your communication, and then these communication hacks will work better for you. The first thing that I want to talk about with respect to the entire communication hacks is structured approach to communication. Let's take, for example, a quick movie review. If you take your favorite website and start reading the movie reviews, you will understand that the first portion of the entire page is dedicated towards what is the exact review itself. Right? It is 3 on 4, 4 on 5, 5 on 6, whatever that number is. The second thing you will see is pros and cons. Pros, why you should go watch the movie. Cons, why you should not watch the movie. And finally, there is a verdict. And that verdict indicates, hey, you should spend some time over this weekend, make out some time over this weekend for this movie and go watch this movie. Or the second thing they come up with, if you do not have time, please ignore this movie. Whatever it is, but gives you a specific next step, an action plan of what you should be doing after reading this entire article or not. Correct? So this is the structured communication flow. If you are thinking about writing something to your manager, you should be super structured as well. If your manager is still asking you, what is the status of an analysis, you start up with, hey, this is 60% done, and then there is 40% pending because of these 3-4 reasons. And finally, I'm planning to complete the remaining 40% by tomorrow or by day after, right? This is the plan. That's it. If you do miss any of these things, then the manager will come back to you and ask, can you please tell me by when you will complete? Or can you please tell me what percentage of the analysis is complete and what percentage of the analysis is not complete? Right? So don't leave out any hanging threads. The first part is the answer. The question from the manager is, hey, where are you with respect to the analysis? And the answer from you is, hey, yes, I completed my analysis up to 60% and the remaining 40% is still pending. Right? And these are the next steps. So please understand this is an answer first approach. You first answer the question and then state your reasons. If somebody is asking you, what do you think about the Infosys non-compete clause? Right? Infosys has recently come up with a non-compete clause for its employees saying that, hey, any Infosys employee cannot go and work with its competitors like TCS, Wipro, Cognizant for the next 12 months. Right? There are more intricacies into the entire non-compete clause. I'm not going into that right now. But at least if somebody is coming to you and ask, hey, what is your opinion about the Infosys non-compete clause? Then you cannot beat around the bush. People just will lose interest. You will start up and say, the first thing that I want to mention about this clause is probably this clause is outright ridiculous. Right? Most of the employees wouldn't care about it. Most of the employers wouldn't care about it except for Infosys. Right? First of all, to ensure that this is followed appropriately, Infosys also should not hire anybody from TCS, Wipro or Cognizant going forward who have worked there in the last 12 months, right? So then they adopt the practice and they follow what they preach, right? This is how you can start communicating. First, start with the answer that is, hey, probably this law itself, this rule itself is ridiculous. And then state the reasons why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons, right? This is the answer first approach and people will understand what you are saying. I hope you guys remember this because this is extremely important. Some of the top management consulting companies like McKinsey, BCG, Bain, right? These guys adopt this culture to the T. Every single person follows these day in and day out. I cannot stress the importance of answer first approach. Even the movie reviews, I don't know if the folks who are writing these reviews have worked for consulting companies or if they have worked for some of the largest corporations, but it is very logical and rational for them to also put a movie review in such a way that the answer is at the top. Hey, the rating is 4 on 5, 2 on 5, done. You go through the rest if you want to. And finally, next steps. Okay, so this is the first hack that I want to communicate. The second communication hack that I want to talk about is using examples, using data sources, using website links to strengthen your point. For example, the first point that I was talking about, answer first approach and structured thinking, I used movie review pages as an example because I thought you guys will understand it. I ensured that you understood my point across through something which you are familiar with, right? You will know, hey, in every movie review website, the first point is the verdict, that is the number, and the final point is, hey, whether you should go watch or not. So using examples that others understand will help you put your point across in a much easier way. And if you add on top of it sources, or if you add on top of it, let's say, any website links, it lends a lot of credibility to your entire answer. So please do not ignore that. The third thing which I also want to highlight in this entire setup is the importance of the content itself, right? The content that you speak should have an end to it and should have a start to it. You cannot ignore the last step. People focus a lot on the first step. They prepare about the first step quite a bit, but they completely ignore the last step. That is, hey, what are the next steps? Next steps from your conversation, next steps from your email, next steps from your presentation, right? These things are very easy to identify, but easy to skip as well, easy to not focus for you. So I would recommend you to at least ensure that, hey, the last 5 minutes of every conversation, if it's a 30-minute conversation, the last 5% of a conversation or the last 5 lines in an email should be written and said, hey, these are the next steps, and I would look forward to you confirming these next steps, right? So please focus on the next steps as well, guys. So the 3 things that I talked about in this video: number 1, structured communication, where you have answer first and then you have a specific structure which is easy for the other person to remember. Number 2, use an example. Example will help other person to understand your point in an easier way. Number 3, make sure that there are actually next steps for your entire conversation, because these next steps will help you connect the dots going forward. If you do not have a next steps, then probably it is better not to even have that conversation in the first place. I hope this is helpful for you guys. Please do press on the like button if you like it, and let me know if you want me to make more such videos going forward. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Take care.